week, as you alluded to, it's the Raw Shakeup, the Superstar Shakeup.
Yeah.
Now, do we know if that includes titles?
I think it's anything as far as I know. It goes over the 2 nights, Raw and SmackDown.
Oh, really? Okay.
And the only thing I know or read as of this week was it's more of a, the GMs
Trade, right?
can make moves. Yeah, like I guess whatever that entails, whether that's trades or signings or whatever they want to do, I guess, with their rosters. So that's all that I'm aware of. So it's less of a draft, I guess, than it is they can make changes and swap wrestlers however they see fit. So who knows how many of those moves that will be and what that's going to entail and on which night things will occur. But I guess that's what they try to do to get you to watch, right? So,
what else on Raw happened of note?
Finn Balor returned, which I think was widely speculated. He was ready to return for a little while. So he returned on Raw. It was supposed to be Rollins and Jericho versus Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe. Jericho was taken out in the back and put through a table. Kurt Angle said he was going to find a suitable replacement. Somehow, I guess Finn Balor was just hanging out, and they decided to put him in the match and have a surprise return in the main event. So he came back. Nothing really crazy, I would say, in that match. He just he got the win for his team, and I guess he's just he's back as a main part of the show now. That was nothing really controversial happened there. And so,
were you underwhelmed by his return?
No, it's just it wasn't anything earth shattering. I mean, like if he had turned or something on Rollins and joined Owens and Joe, that would have been interesting. Or if he did something with the club, but he just kind of returned as a good guy and he had a good reaction. And they had their match, and I don't know what the direction is for him at all yet, just based off of that match. So I don't know if he's going to maybe fight Samoa Joe or it seems that Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho were supposed to have a match at the next pay-per-view. So if that's still on, then obviously he won't be fighting Kevin Owens. So I don't know. We'll see, I guess, how it goes the next couple weeks.
Good guy Balor, man. Good guy Balor. Anything else
on Raw?
Can't really think of, yeah.
No, I think the rest of the stuff seemed to happen on SmackDown.
Yep. So, hopping over to SmackDown, pretty much drawing a blank for the most... Well, The Miz and Maurice came out, and they ran down... They came out as Cena and Nikki, and they pretty much said they were going to fade away and leave forever. And as Miz is getting out of the ring, the violin hits, and former NXT champion, the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura, debuts on SmackDown. Has his full intro. The crowd is super duper behind it. The crowd is crazy for him. He goes down to the ring. The Miz had already bailed at this point, and he just gets in the ring. I don't even think did he say anything?
No.
He didn't say anything and turned around and left. So I think it was everything it had to be. I don't think he had to, take Miz out or anything like that. It was just kind of announcing he's there. And who knows what's going to happen next week. But I thought it was a cool entrance for him.
Yeah, it was fine. I mean, it was nothing wrong with it at all. We'll see. I guess, there's nothing wrong with leaving some things on the table for him, like his first match and his first feud, all that type of first promo and all that stuff. There's no reason to do it all in one shot. So it was a nice. It was some people speculated that he was going to debut on the main roster this week.
Actually, Kyle ruined it for me because Kyle likes to post spoilers in the group chat. So a week ago, he says Nakamura to SmackDown on Tuesday. So all night, I'm expecting Nakamura. Sure enough. There's Nakamura. Thanks, Kyle.
Right on.
As expected.
Yeah. So that was that. And then Ty Dillinger also debuted on that show. He beat Kurt Hawkins pretty quickly. It was a nice...
Poor Hawkins.
Nice debut for him. It's his job. Right?
It's the way, literally. It's the way the cookie crumbles. Eric Rowan returned too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
You're not a big Rowan guy, huh?
No.
Are you a Bray Wyatt fan?
I am. I think we've talked about it before. It's the whole thing.
You think it's kind of run its course?
It's just not. They've ruined it. I think it's just not fun anymore. His promos for a long time were kind of rambling and said the same thing over and over. He never seems to win big feuds.
I think that's to me what's kind of killed it the most too. It's the same.
He just never wins. He never wins at WrestleMania either, right? And he fought Cena at WrestleMania and he lost. He fought Undertaker. WrestleMania lost. Last year he didn't even wrestle, and then he got beat up by The Rock. I'm pretty sure, The Rock beat up all that.
Didn't he beat Rowan in a one-on-one match?
Yeah, he beat Rowan in the fastest match in WrestleMania history, I believe. They set a new record with it. And then this year he lost to Undertaker. So he's had big opponents, right?
Randy Orton, right?
Randy Orton. He fought Cena, he fought Undertaker, he's fought Randy Orton, and this time he was the champion going in, but he loses every single time. So it's tough to get behind.
I was going to say, tough to build momentum when that happens.
Guy was champion for like 6 weeks. Good for you. I don't understand that whole thing. I can get into it. I don't want to go into a diatribe here on that whole. We've talked about it again before. Like, why did they have Styles drop it to Cena, for Cena to drop it 2 weeks later in Elimination Chamber to Wyatt, where Wyatt eliminated Styles last anyway, and then have Wyatt defend against Orton at WrestleMania? Why couldn't you have just kept it on Styles the whole way through, had Styles face Orton at WrestleMania? He could have lost it to Orton at WrestleMania if they really wanted to have Orton as a champion, and then you could have had Wyatt turn on Orton the next SmackDown and break up that and then go after the title himself. Does that not make more sense to anybody? Instead, we decided to have
You came up with something in 30 seconds that would have been better than the entire road to WrestleMania.
It just makes more sense, right? I mean, I don't know what they got. And now Orton already won, so now they're going to have what kind of match are they going to have?
Chamber of Horrors match?
Yeah, something like that. It's something like that, right?
So I thought they were going to have the same match they had at Halloween Havoc 91.
Yeah, it was something. It sounded something like that.
No, it wasn't Chamber of Horrors. Son of a bitch. What was it?
House of Horrors, maybe?
House of Horrors match. Yeah, the Chamber of Horrors match was a Halloween Havoc match.
Yeah.
So is this going to be just like the Ambrose Asylum, or is it going to whole thing going to be on fire?
Yeah, no. Oof.
So Bray has to win, right?
I don't even know, dude. I really don't. I have no... Olsen Harper, by the way, is buddy-buddy with Orton now, right? That happened on SmackDown. They teamed up.
Not for nothing. Speaking of Harper, what did he lose, 70 pounds? Yeah. The dude is in fantastic shape. I love me some Harper, but yeah, they hated each other. It's all right. Everything's fine. But I'm glad to see Harper in the main event. I'll tell you that much. That's good news to me. I'm a big, as everybody knows, I'm a big fan of Harper. And I think he's got a lot to bring to the table. And he changed his shirt for once, which is also
that's good.
Nice.
Yeah, no, it's good to wear clean clothes every once in a while.
He looks better in blue. Black, blue. Better than white.
Well, white had the stains on it. I think that was rough.
Looked like cream corn.
The Jenkos he was wearing, I think, was also
nice. I thought of the Fubus. Yeah. So I guess we'll see what they're gonna do with the Superstar Shakeup. Listen, if nothing else, it's gotten people talking. Champions can go to other brands. Tag teams can split up. You could. I also heard you can call people off from NXT. So I'm not, as usual, not reading any spoilers. I have no idea what's going on. I'll probably take to the Twitter machine, and I'll make us some predictions.
Okay, I was going to ask if you had any guesses, but I guess you saved that for Twitter.
Am I teasing the Twitter? I think it's a good thing to do. Nobody's going to go to Twitter. If I had to guess, I would say you're probably going to break up. Seth says, can we send a few guys back to NXT? Seth, who would you send back to NXT? Joe, what are your predictions? You got anything?
Predictions?
Yeah.
For the moves that get made? I think New Day's going to move. At least they should move. Because they've done everything they can on Raw. They just lost clean to the Revival. I think it's time for them to move. I think it's possible that Charlotte moves. She's lost a bunch of matches in a row. She got beat down on Monday pretty good. So I think that's a possibility that she moves. If she moves, I could see Alexa Bliss coming back the other way. Swap heels on the women's side. I think that's certainly an option. I don't know what they're going to do as far as the main guys. I've heard different things. Some of them don't make sense to me. So
I heard move AJ to Raw. I saw somebody say that.
I heard that.
Which would then leave Nakamura with nobody.
I heard AJ move and I heard Roman move, which neither of those make sense to me. If Roman is going to fight Lesnar a year from now, I don't know why you'd move him to SmackDown now. That seems weird. The AJ thing was weird too because he basically came out on SmackDown and told Shane he didn't want to go anywhere. So it would be weird if then Shane moved him to the other show. But you never know; they could do whatever they want. Obviously,
Well, the thing about that would be he could reunite with Anderson and Gallows.
Yeah, so I was thinking maybe they send the club back over to SmackDown as well.
Oh, that's a good one.
And maybe
Club
you
to
get like
SmackDown?
American Alpha back or something like that. I mean, I don't know. So it's an option. I guess there's different things. That's where I'm guessing is. I mean, I'm sure they're going to want to make a splash with somebody. So, I don't know if they'll. It'd be weird if they just moved like mid-card and tag and women's wrestlers and not have a main event guy move.
I hope they move nobody but Primo, Epico, and the Usos back and forth the entire night. Yeah. Really turn heel. Seth thinks you should move Alexa Bliss and Apollo Crews back to NXT. Apollo Crews, I'll give you. Alexa Bliss, no, you need her. You need a strong heel for me, my money at least. But I do feel bad for a guy like Apollo Crews who's really just done nothing. I think Sami Zayn, now that I think about it, would be a great move to SmackDown. Have him do anything besides toil away in obscurity like he's doing on Raw currently. So that would be an option. Oh, Bliss to Raw. Yeah, Bliss to Raw. That's, like Joe was just saying, that's a good idea. I hope Sami goes to SmackDown. I'd like to see Cesaro go to SmackDown, although I do think you might see Cesaro and Sheamus against the Hardys going forward.
Yeah, they won a number one contenders match, I believe, on Raw. So they get.
They beat Enzo and Cass.
Yeah, they get the next shot.
So good for them. Hopefully they get the belts back, and that's really. I'm sure I'll think of more stuff during the week, or I'll just completely disagree with myself at some point. I'm not really sure.
Okay.
Anything else? I mean, there's so much stuff we could talk about, but I mean, we've already kind of hit.
Yeah, that's a lot of it's a lot of stuff. Obviously, that covers a lot of that's a lot of major news, right? That happened. A lot of things happened over the last week, so. It's we'll see what they do on Monday and Tuesday. Monday's show is actually from the reopened Coliseum on Long Island out here. So,
you think BK is going to be sitting first row with AJ's kids and Shane's kids?
I don't know. I haven't asked him.
I'd assume so.
We can find that out. I don't know what his plans are, but it's out here at the Billy Joel Coliseum or whatever it's called. So
the Billy Joel Mausoleum, right?
Yeah. So it'd be interesting to see how they do that. And then SmackDown, I don't know where that's from me, but both shows are supposed to.
I have a feeling SmackDown's from Uncasville, Connecticut, because that's usually the trend, right? They go from
Uncasville,
Mohegan Sun.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so what's going on there? But so I mean, I'll be interested to watch Monday night and Tuesday night, and it's going to keep us guessing and complaining and praising, and there's a vicious cycle we are as professional wrestling fans. So, until next time, you can find us on Twitter at All Night Long WP, Facebook.com/AllNightLongWP, Spreaker.com/show/ANLWP. I think that's it, right? There's so many ways to find us. You got predictions for Monday and Tuesday? Let us know. RJ, I want a detailed list of everything that's going to happen on Monday night and Tuesday night, and I'll be comparing notes. And, we'll definitely be active on Twitter this week, especially during the show. So, Shibata Okada, April 9th, get hype. That's, you know what? We will definitely touch on some New Japan for you. Joe's not going to. I will. I'm going to watch the show. So
you get hyped like Mojo Rawley, sounds like.
I think Mojo will be over Japan. They like him. They like big, loud, muscular guys. Look at Bob Sapp. He's still doing stuff. He's the Stallion. I am the Enforcer. Again, for Damage 365 Radio, once more, we are tapping out. Mm-hmm.